Right, make cosecant 1 over sine.
Is it the same thing if you just make sine, whatever, keep cosecant?
I mean, yeah, I think you can get there that way. All right, I'm going to get a common denominator. So that means I'm going to multiply this by sine over sine, which makes this a sine squared on top and a sine x on the bottom.
Bruh, I don't know. This.
So now you can combine. Shh, guys, we've got to get through this. You need to be quiet. All right, I multiplied sine by sine over sine, making it sine squared over sine.
How can you just do that?
Because it's like multiplying by 1. Okay, let me go back. All right, so if you multiply by sine over sine, right? We talked about this the other day. Anything over itself is equal to 1. So we're changing what it looks like, but not changing the value of it. So that makes that, so that becomes sine squared over sine. Right? It's just like when we change the 1s to 2 over 2s, things like that, okay? So now I'm going to combine that into one fraction. Now, we know that 1 minus sine squared is equal to cosine squared. All right, so now I'm going to split that cosine squared up into cosine times cosine. I'm going over here. So I have 1 cosine over a sine. I'm going to, but then still times cosine on top, right? What is cosine over sine? Cotangent. Ta-da, we did it. We have cosine times cotangent. I wrote it backwards, doesn't matter.
I don't know how to look at the problem and figure out what to do.
You lost me at the yellow.
Getting a common denominator. So like we need, since this is 1 over sine, we need to put this over a sine. So I multiply by sine over sine, which is like multiplying by 1 to make this look different so we can combine it together.
Will you explain from the 1 minus sine 2x over sine?
I took this, used a Pythagorean identity to change it to cosine squared.
Use this. Okay.
And then that's over sine.
1 minus sine is cosine. Okay.
And then cosine squared is the same as cosine times cosine over a sine. So then I took my cosine over sine and changed it to cotangent. All right, let's do another one.
Wait, what are you going to do?
Yep.
Can they be like reverse, like say how you have cotangent x?
Yeah, you can switch them. That's fine. Okay, are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm recording this. I'll post it on LMS tonight too. All right. Next one, sine squared plus sine squared times cotangent squared needs to be equal to 1.
Okay. Oh.
I'm going to give you a hint. Factor.
Oh. I never forgot how to
So
do
pull
that.
out a sine squared.
Could you solve for the left
The
side?
gas is factory.
What? I'm just wondering if it's like possible.
Oh, like that
change
shows
1 to
fear
1 over
factor?
1.
I like that show.
So pull out the common factor of sine squared.
I forgot how to do that. Oh, the 2?
No. All right, look. They both have a sine squared in common. So that means I can take sine squared and write it outside. So then my sine squared divided by sine squared is 1. Sine squared times cotangent squared divided by sine squared is cotangent squared.
Hold on, what?
Oh, okay.
I get what you do, but I would not think that's my issue, but would think of it. Would you
They both have a sign squared, so it would make much more sense to pull it out.
Okay.
Wait, so explain what you did again.
Huh?
Now you.
Explain what you did.
All right, so. No, that would just take you back to what you had. No. All right, so they both have a sign squared in common, right? So I can take that sign squared outside and then, like, divide it out. Because it's like if I have, like, so Zane, it's exactly like if I had something like 2 plus 4x, right? We can take a 2 out of both of those, right? Pull out the 2, make that 1 plus 2x. That's basically what I did, except I did it with sign squared instead of a 2.
I just don't get where the one's coming from.
Sine squared divided by sine squared is 1. So like even here, I took a 2 out, so 2 divided by 2 is 1.
You see how you have 2 signs? You gotta pull one of those out.
Yeah, you pulled
But it doesn't just disappear though. You still have to have something plus.
so you pulled the right one down, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I might have figured something out.
And you wait, so are you just leaving it with that?
No.
Okay.
I'm making you guys go from there.
That's right.
All right, look at what 1 plus cotangent squared equals. Don't hit my tables,
I hate my book.
which is on my
I
table.
know how to get there.
You know the first move,
Yeah, it's like if you know,
like in chess.
it's like, well, I was gonna say it's like driving. If you're trying to get to like Ohio,
Jake, is she in the way you
you
said?
You gotta know how to get on
yeah,
interstate.
you don't know how to get on interstate. You can't go 460 to Ohio. You don't know how to get on the interstate.
Okay, so from here, you get sine squared times cosecant squared. I'm going to make that cosecant into 1 over sine squared,
What?
which makes those cancels and you get 1.
Wait, 1 plus
Can you just say like, so sine squared is
Yeah.
reciprocal of cosecant?
You could just,
Okay, good.
yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, I knew I did that.
Shut up.
Confused about the, I know you already said it, but
Okay. All right, let's do another easy one.
bro, don't say these are easy.
These are easy.
The next one, no, the next one is much easier than this one.
I like you though.
Alright, thanks.
All right, guys, we've got to slow down on the talking and like focus on getting through this because I want to make sure we have time to go over everything that's going to be on your test. All right.
You're going to me.
I just looked up, Zane. I wasn't looking.
I looked up in his face, I was like,
I was just looking to make.
That wasn't me.
You all are getting very defensive.
little.
All right, did we get this one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's done.
Can we get it?
Did we get it?
It's done.
Wait, I'm not.
It's
Hold on, everyone, calm down.
Come on, Jake.
I'm glad you guys are doing this.
Oh, okay. I get it.
That was so nice.
All right, so for this one, you have cosine. I'm going to change secant to 1 over cosine. They cancel and you get 1.
Okay, wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Say we know that they're reciprocals, do we have to work it out?
Honestly, if you just, like, I would be fine if you just put 1 in. Now, on this one, I would say give me that because otherwise, like, you don't have anything.
Give you what?
But, like, give me this. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I always end up wanting to change the rows. I know, right? I have, yeah, I feel that.
Okay. All right, let's do another one. All right, go. This is me giving you a hint.
You're not gonna give us hints on this.
Maybe I am.
Why'd you squiggle under?
Dang. Bet.
It's a hint.
That means change the
Oh, I might have figured something out.
Honestly, I think you guys will realize by tomorrow I'm giving you the biggest hint of your life today.
I do it. I do it.
Ellie?
Okay.
I do it.
It's just.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say?
I don't know, Zane. I don't know.
got it immediately. I was like,
Wait, can I?
I know, I was like,
guys, be quiet.
okay.
Wait,
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Okay,
I didn't do it right.
You like, since there's a.
Okay, let's go over it.
hold on, I haven't even started.
Can I come in and say Mark, please?
Yeah, you guys can always come in. So I'm changing my tangent to sine over cosine.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Say it on.
So cosines cancel, which leaves me with 1 minus sine squared,
Oh,
which is equal to cosine.
oh, that's how you did it. Okay.
Wait,
I did not do that. I changed the 1 minus.
what if you change the 1 minus cosine?
You can't because the cosine is multiplied by the tangent. So you can't just change this part. Like this is one thing.
So you can't check. Well, I tried changing both of them, but I guess it wouldn't work out anyway.
Yeah.
I got you. I see.
Okay.
These ones make sense, but the ones where we just start adding stuff.
All right, guys, listen. The way your test is set up is I give you 8 identity problems. I let you pick 6 to solve. So, like, if you get stuck, like, you've got options. And if, huh?
You solve all,
So, like, if you try all 8 and, like, you get, well, I will pick the 6 that are correct.
let's say you get all of them right. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yes, I will give you bonus if you get all 8 correct.
So what are those?
Yeah, that's what we're doing now.
There's 10 questions on the test?
Yeah, so there are 12 total questions, but in the identity section you only have to solve 6. So technically there are 10 that I'm grading.
Oh, wait. So the last 2 bonus or what?
If you solve all of the identities if you solve all 8 identities instead of just 6, then yes, I will give you some bonus points. And if you get over 100, you can go back and apply anything within this quarter. Okay, let's do another one. All right, guys, come on. We're running out of time.
So, like, when would you use this in real life? Like, in what job?
Engineer you are.
That is true.
Is this one an easier one, or is it kind of like a more depth one? Because I don't, so if it's more depth than I'm doing it right. Like, not crazy in depth, but just a little bit. No, I'm asking because I don't want to go this route that I'm going.
It's not. It's a little bit more, but not terrible.
Trust the process. Just trust the process.
There's something over here that's gonna tell me that it's, oh, here we go, okay.
I got sine squared x, not
You know, I thought I was smart. I was gonna.
Bro, that's your first.
Got it. All right, change tangent.
I got cosine plus cosine.
I did that.
Cosine.
No,
I was gonna do that, but then
Sine
like,
squared,
you put those two.
right.
Almost. Not yet, but you're close. All right, so tangent is going to become sine over cosine.
Is that?
So then on top, on the left, that's going to become sine squared.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought you could do.
All right, now I'm going to get a common denominator. So I'm going to multiply this by cosine over cosine, which makes that so then you can combine those together. All right, so then sine squared plus cosine squared is
1.
over cosine, which is
There you go.
secant.
Let's
Go!
How do you like on about like that?
How do I get what? Guys, be quiet so I can hear Zane.
You know, like that cosine over cosine, which is multiplied by the original cosine? Yeah, right there. How do you get that part?
I need a common denominator. So since I need cosine on the bottom, I'm going to multiply by cosine over cosine. You multiply by whatever you need on top and bottom.